Every year, he sat under the willow tree. Always the same spot. Always the same day. He'd arrive just as the sun began to warm the morning grass and stay until the last rays of light painted the sky. He never brought a book, never listened to music. He just sat, watching the world go by, his gaze soft and distant. I saw him from my apartment window, a silent, unchanging figure in the shifting seasons. Spring would dress the willow in a cascade of green around him. Summer would offer him its shade, and autumn would lay a golden carpet at his feet. Even in the crisp air of early winter, before the true cold set in, he would be there. For years, I wondered, was he waiting for someone, mourning a loss, or simply finding peace in that one particular spot? The questions spun in my mind, creating a dozen different life stories for this stranger. He became a character in my daily life, a quiet mystery I observed from afar. I felt a strange connection to his ritual, a respect for his dedication to this silent pilgrimage. But curiosity is a persistent thing, and after watching this unfold for the 5th year in a row, I knew I couldn't just watch anymore. This year, I had to ask why. So, I put on my shoes, my heart thumping a little faster than usual. I walked down the stairs, out the door, and across the park. The closer I got, the more details I could see. The gentle lines around his eyes, the calm set of his shoulders, the way his hands rested peacefully in his lap. He looked up as I approached, his expression not of surprise, but of quiet welcome, as if he'd been expecting me all along. I hesitated for a moment, suddenly feeling like I was intruding on something sacred. "Hi," I said, my voice barely a whisper. "I'm sorry to bother you. I live over there." I gestured vaguely towards my building. "I see you here every year, on this same day." I was just wondering why. "If you don't mind me asking." He smiled, a kind, genuine smile that reached his eyes. It wasn't a sad smile, but it held a great deal of weight. "I don't mind at all," he said, his voice warm and steady. "Please, sit." I sat on the grass beside him, the long willow branches swaying gently above us, like a curtain. 50 years ago, right here," he began, his gaze fixed on a spot just beyond the pond, "I met my wife. I was a nervous young man, and she was, well, she was everything. We'd agreed to meet for our first date, but I was so anxious I got here an hour early." I said, "Right here, under this tree, trying to calm my nerves." He chuckled softly. When she finally arrived, she laughed and said she'd been watching me from the path, wondering if I was going to bolt. We spent the whole afternoon talking, right here. It was the beginning of our life together. He paused, and I watched as a lifetime of memories flickered across his face. Every year after that, on the anniversary of our first date, we'd come back. We'd bring a picnic, talk about our year, and dream about the future. We did it when we were newly married, when we were expecting our first child, even when the kids were grown and had families of their own. This tree has seen it all. It's seen our joys, our worries, our quiet moments of understanding. His voice grew softer. She passed away 6 years ago, the first year without her. On this day, it was the hardest. I didn't know if I could come, but I felt a pull, a need to be here. So I came, and I sat, and I realized she wasn't truly gone. In this spot, under our willow, I can feel her. I can remember her laugh, the warmth of her hand in mine. It's not about mourning, it's about remembering. It's about spending one day a year with her, right where it all began. Tears welled in my eyes, not of sadness, but of a profound sense of love and connection. I hadn't uncovered a tragedy. I had stumbled upon a love story that time itself couldn't erase. Thanks for watching. If this story touched you, consider subscribing for more tales from the heart. See you next time.